there. It's another kind of gloomy, crummy day here in New England. So I thought I would share with you some more groundwork exercises that you can do with your horse on a day where riding is just not going to work out for you for whatever reason. So I see that my friend Esprit here is finished with her lunch. She's at the gate ready to go. I'm going to grab her. I'll clean her up and I will meet you in the arena. Okay, this is just doing a tight serpentine over a pole, which encourages the horse to really pick their feet up. There you saw that Esprit kicked the pole, so I could either go back and fix it or I can leave it like that. It just makes it a little bit more interesting as long as it's not too far off. But the idea is to bring her 2 front feet over the pole and then start turning her right away. So she has to really coordinate her feet and get those feet off the ground for a good start, a good warm up. And there I just did a little bit of a nice turn and got those hind legs active again and did my serpentine again the other direction. As you see, Esprit got a little better as we went along and got all 4 feet off the ground. Okay, now I am going to demonstrate for you the clock exercise. I have got my hula hoop, so I'm sure to stay still and not let Esprit push forward into me or try to get around the back of me. The idea of this exercise is to get her weight off her 2 front feet and put some weight back on the hind leg and then get that hind leg crossing under. So she gets some good strengthening work here while we're doing our groundwork. So you see that I'm holding the rope halter under her chin and using my whip and just gesturing towards her hind leg so that as that hind leg comes off the ground, I'm kind of pushing it around in the clock exercise. The windshield wiper exercise is very similar to the clock exercise, but it adds a little bit of trust in it as well. So there's 2 poles on the ground in a right angle, and I'm just going to ask Esprit to move away from my whip or towards my whip and go towards the poles. And you can see at first Esprit's a little bit resistant because she knows those poles are on the ground, and I have to show her that she can trust me, that I'm not going to let her bump into the poles. Here you see I'm kind of trying to manipulate her weight off her front end so I can move that hind end just like in the clock exercise. And she's a little bit kind of apprehensive about getting too close to the pole, so I'm just going to keep trying until I get her to move easily back and forth. There, she got a little scared. There was some snow falling off the roof. But I'm just going to keep working with her until she'll move easily back and forth, and just trust me that I'm not going to let her bang into those poles. And so I'm using a combination of pushing and drawing her hind leg. You see how my whip is up? That's a trick that you can teach, and I can put a link below to a video that describes how to teach them to come towards your whip. But you just kind of, this is the first time Esprit and I actually tried this, so just kind of play around with this one and see if you can get your horse to move back and forth in a little bit more of a fluid way. Okay, this one's just kind of a fun exercise. Of course, backing up is something that's good for your horse to learn. It helps just with the basic skill of getting some weight off the forehand and onto the back legs. So you can see I put together a little crooked path here, and I just walked her through it so she can see it. And then I'm just going to start off by asking her just to back up straight a little bit on the straight part of the path and just get her comfortable with backing up and trusting me that she can back up. And then I'm going to see if I can back her up and turn her. You're going to notice this time Esprit is a little bit too close to the pole, so instead of continuing on and having her hit the poles and then not trusting me because I didn't serve her well, I just brought her back forward again, and I'm going to try again. Get her a little bit more centered between the 2 poles, and then getting her backing up nicely and fluidly. And then I can turn her head the opposite direction I want her hind legs to go. So I kind of exaggerated there so you could see. I turned her head to my right so her hind legs would go to my left, and then vice versa over here. Just turn her head the opposite direction I wanted her body to turn. It's just like backing up a trailer. If you're going to back up your trailer, you're going to turn your truck the opposite direction you want the trailer to go. So the horse is the same way. And then you can just keep trying it until they are, go easily and fluidly back through your path. So if you have to, just start going straight. Okay, so there you have a few more exercises you can do with your horse on the ground on a day where riding is just not going to work out for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did make another one of these videos a couple of weeks ago, so if you haven't seen it, head on over to my YouTube channel and see if you can find that. Also, if you haven't already, please find my free training series. It is a training series of groundwork and riding lessons that takes you systematically through the training scale. So if you haven't seen that already, head over to my YouTube channel, find the playlist free training series, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching.